Connection. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's Lauren Ebeck in the house. So, hang on a second. I gotta take my fat burning collagen this morning because I forgot. And yes, I'm gonna swig it. All right. So, I wanted to come on today because dang, that tastes good. It tastes like a chocolate brownie. All right. So, what I want to do today is I want to come on today and talk about limiting beliefs. I put up a positive post, and the post said something like, you can have anything you want if you're willing to give up the belief that you can't. Something along those lines. I can't remember. And oh my gosh, the negative Nellies came out. Hello. First and foremost, if you can't say something nice, you shouldn't be on social media. Period. All right? Just saying. That's my belief. All right? Because that is just so wrong. Wrong. I don't go on when I'm reading somebody's post, if I disagree with it, I don't go make rude comments, and I don't go make extreme comments, and I definitely don't go challenge their age. Hello. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about limiting beliefs. So hello, I'm Lauren Ebeck. I teach anatomy and physiology. I do it part-time now. I don't do it full-time. I teach a class or two because I like to keep my fingers in it and be trendy and all that good stuff, and I love teaching. And I have a successful online biz and all that good rot. But I want to talk to you about limiting beliefs today because when I posted that post, I posted a post about beliefs and about changing your thoughts and what you think about, you bring about. That's real. Okay? Now, are we talking about things like, health crises? No. Are we talking about becoming president of the United States? I hope not. So somebody did this whole comment to me saying, oh my gosh, I can never be thin. I can't be the president of the United States. I can't love George Clooney, or I can't marry him no matter how much I believe I'm going to. Why would you want to? Do you really want to go marry a man who you've never been with, you've never dated, you don't know what he's like except on TV, and you're telling me you want to have a belief that you're going to go marry him? Talk about a weird extreme. Come on, folks. Let's do a reality check here. But let me tell you what I mean by limiting beliefs. Many of us grew up with beliefs. We had a teacher or maybe a mom who said, oh, you're never going to amount to anything. Or maybe they said something simple like, oh, honey, you just can't do math. And then that sticks in your mind, and you live up to that belief. That belief isn't real. It's something that you heard, and you play it over and over and over again in your mind, and your subconscious then goes to that area where you believe in it. So here, let me give you my little story. Okay, I grew up in a family, Social Security, but I also grew up with a mother who was an alcoholic, a dad who died in college, a brother who was on drugs and went to jail for murder, the whole 9 yards. I'm an AB student. I'm working, I'm running cross country, I'm playing basketball. I'm trying to be the best me I can be as a kid, because that was me. Okay, so I'm trying to do my best. I had kids who weren't allowed to come over to my house because of my family, and I couldn't go to their house. I had people say to me, I know you're trying hard, Lauren, but you're just not college material. You're not going to do it. I had people who told me that when I went to take my SAT score, my score was so low because I was terrible at SAT, at taking that standardized test. My score was so low, and I got to see my files all the way up through college, by the way. It kept writing like, this person shouldn't be admitted to college. Oh, I'm sorry, Lauren, you can't do that. Your scores were too low. You should think of something else. You should think of something else to do. That's what I was told as a child. Okay? Luckily, in high school, I had the rebelliousness in me because I was so ticked off at life and at people in my life. I had the rebelliousness in me to say, watch me. I'm going to do this. I had a principal that came to me and said, I can get you into a small Presbyterian college, first year free if you want it, in North Carolina, Swannanoa, North Carolina. That college still exists, even though Helene went through there. Warren Wilson College. Best thing that ever happened to me, because one man believed in me. One man encouraged me to go on, and nobody else did. Then I needed to go on for a master's degree later on in life. Same thing written on my file about a standardized test, shouldn't be admitted to college. I'm here today without giving you all the ins and outs of it, but I did apply. I kept going, found a person who believed in me and found a person who would help me out. I have 2 master's degrees. Hello. I didn't fall into that limiting belief that my parents told me, some of my teachers told me, my friends told me. I had so many people who were telling me, you're not going to make it. You can't be in college. You can't do this. And by God, I 3.99 grade point average in honors. Hello. That's what happens when you don't listen to those limiting beliefs. I didn't think I could ever write. I was told I was a poor writer. That was wrong. Okay. Hello, Chris. Hello, Zach. Hello, Grace. All right. So it's those limiting beliefs that I want to talk to you about, because we grow up with them and they're stuck in our heads and they play over and over and over and over again. Now, we're not talking about being a Pollyanna, but I also just had somebody say, yeah, I can wish all day long and believe all day long that I'm going to be thin, and I'm not. No, you're not. If you're going to eat bonbons and sit on your butt and do no activity, of course not. But let me tell you, I'm here to tell you as a shining example. My family was overweight, by the way. I just dropped 43 pounds. Why? Because I had the desire to do so. Why? Because I knew that I could take control of my health. It all comes down to choices, folks. It comes down to the choice of eating healthy, what I put in my mouth, when I decide to do activity, and especially what I put up here, personal development. And then I had a person on that same post say to me, and how old are you anyways? Because I happened to have posted it in the over 60s group. Like, age really makes a difference. I am over 60. I'm about to be 61. Hello, I can't believe it. I just thought of that. Like, God, I'm going to be 61. I'm in the best health, the best shape. I love being where I'm at. I've had accidents that I used to be a marathon runner. I had a car accident that stopped my running overnight. In my 20s, I had a spinal accident, and it was a sledding accident in Warren Wilson College on that hill right behind the cafeteria. And I still, after that accident, I was able to finally get back up and start running. I ran a marathon after that. Took a few years. I had to heal myself, and I had to believe that I could do it, and I had to work for it. All right? Nothing comes without action. Nothing comes without... The reality is you have choices. Are you going to make the choice? What do you believe in? Are you going to believe those limiting beliefs that you were told to? Or are you going to make a different choice? And I hear people every day, I'm stuck with the economy, I'm da-da-da-da, I'm da-da-da. I get all that. I'm part of that economy too. I have to go out and buy the same groceries. I have to pay the car insurance. I have to pay the bills. But I've also decided to make side money, and I do so. It's a choice. I made that choice. I am so happy I made that choice. I made the choice to go on a health journey, a weight loss journey. I made the choice to make more money. I made the choice to go out and help people. I help a lot, especially women. I help women 40 to 60 right now. I've got a whole group right now. We're in our day 2 of our transformation because we're there to drop some of that belly fat and stuff that everybody thinks they can't do. Unless you have an absolute medical condition like the tumor on the anterior pituitary, or maybe you're on, I don't know, prednisone or a drug that doesn't allow you to lose weight, if there is such a thing. You still have choices about how you eat and how healthy you are and the type of activity you do. You still have choices about that. If it were me, and it was me in February, when I was 60 pounds overweight, it was me looking at my own health issues, which we won't name today because I guess I'm not supposed to name all that stuff on platforms here. But anyways, my doctor, my personal story, my good old doc said to me, you need to lose weight. you've got an enlarged aorta. Your blood pressure is going up. You're going to be pre-diabetic. She said this to me. And I said, ooh, I think I can do something about this. And I set in motion on a weight loss health journey. So I eat healthy. Now, does that mean that I give up everything? Ooh, my puppy just hit that. I have a Labrador. No, because I just went out the other night with a friend and we decided to try fried Oreos. It's a Southern thing here, I guess. But we decided to try fried Oreos. They were actually pretty good. Now, is this something I'm gonna do every night? Oh my Lord, no, 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 no. But let me tell you, the fried Oreos actually were quite good. You know, I had a hamburger. You know, you can still go out and have a glass of wine. You know, you can still go out and have the pizza. You just don't do it. You know, you don't eat tons of pizza every night. And you don't sit on your bum every night and all that good stuff. There is a way to lose weight healthy and sustainably. But again, a lot of stuff starts with your limiting beliefs. And I think one of the things that happens with older women, especially those of you over 50 and 60. So my women over 60 who criticize the stew out of me today, listen carefully. My women over 60, okay? Just because your doctor told you you can't lose weight and you have to accept it because of menopause and old age, myth. I teach anatomy and physiology, but many, you might not know that, okay? You know, so those of you from the baby boomer era where I'm from, you got a lot of limiting beliefs, just like I did from growing up. But the difference is I worked on mine, and I've gotten rid of some of those limiting beliefs. You haven't. But if you have those lovely limiting beliefs, and you want to believe that Splenda and some of those artificial sweeteners are good for you, and you want to believe what you believe, and, you know, you want to believe, you know, whatever you believe, God bless you. I'm going to send you love, okay? But don't be rude on my post, because your parents didn't raise you right if you're rude on my post. And actually, at this point, you're an adult, so don't be rude. Don't be rude, you know? So, and then somebody said, well, I can't be president of the United States no matter how I believe. If you wanted to be president of the United States, you would set yourself up in a political atmosphere and study all that and come up through the mayor or the governor and study all those politics and how they work and stuff, you know? So if you wanted to do that, you could have, but you chose not to. It's a choice. I chose to go to college. I chose to teach anatomy and physiology. I've chosen to retire early from Wisconsin. I've chosen to run an online business that's pretty successful right now. I've chosen to lose 60 pounds and I've lost 44 so far. So now I have 16 more to go. And I'm on day 2 with a full transformation group and we're doing it together. And thank you ladies and everybody who has joined me on that transformation group. So we've come out with a product that stimulates and activates your GLP-1. So, and yeah, so it's a drink, which is awesome. And it tastes good. So, but anyways, if you were honest with yourself, a lot of times when you keep saying, I can't, is it the fact that you can't or the fact that you won't? You won't make a different choice. And some of you say, oh, I can't do that. I have kids, I have family, I don't know, my entire team's doing it. I have women, I have men too. I have some men now joining, so I have to be careful because I've been working with all women, but now I'm working with some men too. But I have people who are single dads, single moms. I have teachers, nurses, doctors, lawyers. I have, you name it. They're corporate, a lot of corporate human resources, all kinds of people. I have life coaches, health coaches who have come in to our team and have changed their life because they chose to make a different choice. Okay? So I'm telling you, you don't have to live with all those limiting beliefs. And when you see a post like that that says, you know, you can have what you want as long as you're willing to change your beliefs, we're not talking about terminal illness. Hello? We're not talking about the natural disaster that just happened. Hello? Let's use some common sense, folks. We're talking about the limiting beliefs that stops you from writing a book because somebody told you you couldn't write. We're talking about those limited beliefs of changing your career because you're too scared. We're talking about the limiting beliefs that give you a lot of fear. We're talking about, what do you say to yourself every day? Anybody analyze that? What do you say to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Do you say, I'm in the best shape I can be, I love myself, or are you going, oh my God, look at that nose. Oh my God, you gained too much weight. Oh, you're so dumb, you're not enough, you can't do this. What are you telling yourself? Do you even know what you're telling yourself? Try to stop and meditate for a moment and let those thoughts go through your brain. Okay? I just did a job interview because I really wanted to teach for this college. And I really wanted to do some online teaching with them because they're a great college. I wasn't working quite for them, but I was working with collaboration with them when I was in Wisconsin. So my thought process when that started, oh, thank you. I love you too, Melissa. My thought process was, I really want to teach that online course. That was my thought process. Okay, I went into the first interview. Was I nervous? You bet. This was also a college too that also looks for PhDs. I have 2 masters. But I knew I was that confident. And the first time I interviewed with the dean, I was excited. And I think he's, department head. But anyways, I was so excited because he and I jived right away. Our beliefs were very similar on how we teach and how we get our students to learn and how we motivate them and how we educate them. And believe me, in the back of my mind, I thought, man, I don't know who I'm up against, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to give the best interview I can give. I'm going to talk about my strengths. I'm going to be honest, give my weaknesses. And that's what I did. And I made it to round 2. Got the second interview last Thursday. 5 o'clock, I'm in that interview. I went into that interview with the mindset, I'm going to be the best that I can be. And I hope that committee can see who I am and know that I love teaching because I want to teach that course. And I can happily tell you I got that job today. But if I'd have gone in there with the belief of, I can't do this, I just can't do this, I'm retired, and I can't do this job, and I can't do this because I don't have a PhD. If I'd have gone in with that belief, do you think I'd have gotten the job? So do you see where I'm coming from on this? Our thoughts and our subconscious control us too much. You need to go back and reprogram. And you can reprogram. If I can reprogram them, you can reprogram them. And again, for the over 60-something who wants to know how old I am, I'm going to be turning 61. I still can't believe. And again, I implore upon you, if you don't like what I'm doing and you don't like a comment or a post, don't be rude. Go away. Feel free to unfriend me. Feel free to unfollow me. But don't be rude. That's just not, there's no rhyme or reason for that. We got too much of that in this world. We got too many negative Nellies in this world. You believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to try to force you to believe anything. I don't want you, if you don't want to believe my way, go away. Because my people are right with me, and we believe we're making a positive impact in the world. We believe that women are becoming so much healthier. We believe in our holistic products. We believe in doing the best that we can. We believe in leading and serving and helping others. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, since I got some really snarky comments on my post. Don't get snarky. And if you get too snarky, I'm going to be unfriending you and blocking you. Because again, that is uncalled for. And I will point out real quick, these weren't your typical little bots. These weren't your typical little, because we have these, I don't know if you know this, but there is computer haters out there, and they program these bots that go around and make all these stupid comments. And so some of those hating comments are actually a computer. And then some of them are people who were brought up differently and don't have quite the education. That's why I implore upon you guys. That's why you constantly hear me say, do your homework, do your homework. Melissa does her homework. Do your homework. okay? Because that's what I do. I do my homework. But yes, I believe in being positive. I believe in being a light in the world, and I'm here to help as many people, especially women. If you know my history with my sisters and all the deaths, you'd understand why I cater to women 40 to 60, okay? If you know my story. And maybe what I need to do is come back on here and tell my story again. My identical twin sister was murdered in 2011. My identical twin sister and I were identical. We could communicate without talking. We were psychic. Whether you believe in that or not, I just don't care. Okay? My identical twin and I. And she passed in 2011 because she was murdered. I knew it the moment she was murdered. And I couldn't stop it. All right? Then, throughout the years here, she had 2 boys. So I've been a auntie or a pseudo mom to those boys and helping them live their life in the best that they can be. And in fact, one of those boys, and you know who you are because you're in Wisconsin, one of them who always says to me, that can't happen, that's not possible. And then later on comes back to me and says, oh my gosh, you were right. How do you know this? And I said, when you have the desire and when you have the right frame of mind, you can work with anything. It might not be the path you thought you were going to take, but the end goal can still be the same. Never give up. And that's what I've trained those boys. Do not give up. Never quit. Never, 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 never. And life is going to throw all these obstacles at you. Okay? In the last 5 years, buried 3 more sisters. My sisters are dying. Yes. Okay? That's not an easy thing to do. My parents, this is my biological family. My real parents are deceased. I'm from a family of 13. There are 3 of us left. 3. That's not an easy thing. All right? But life would not want me to lay down and stop. And Lord knows, I'm so glad that I can get past those limiting beliefs. I am glad that I do my personal development. I am so grateful that I know how to maneuver through grief. Because for some folks, one death stops them. And especially identical twins. So my heart goes out. Now we're going to teary-eyed. My heart goes out to all those twinless twins. Every single one of you. Because I get it. Let me take a swig of smoothie. I get it, folks. I get it. You know? So my heart goes out to you. You know? Death is not easy. And look at this. This was 2011 and I'm still crying. Oh, my. Death is not an easy thing. All right? Let me grab a paper towel here because my mascara is going to run in my eye. All right. So, but I'm glad I know how to maneuver through it. And there are times when you have to cry. There are times when you have to deal. There are times when you've got to know that your best friend, your sister, your parents would not want you to stop and give up on life because they passed. They are there in spirit supporting you. They love you. That's what keeps me going. Okay? They love you. They would want you to be successful. All right? So, folks, again, this was started off on limiting beliefs. Holy cow. I guess what I need to do is I will do a live and tell my whole story sometime so that you guys can get it and understand. Because too many people think that I had it wealthy and that I came from a good family, and none of that's true. I didn't grow up that way at all. In fact, everybody always, my closest friends will say to me, how in the world did you turn out so well? You know, part of it's by choice. I knew early I had choices, okay? I just know I had choices and things, all right? And you do. So with that, if you need some, there are positive podcasts, there are YouTubes, there's books, there's all kinds of things you can do for personal development. I always get people who say to me, I do not want to go to a shrink. Fine, do it yourself. You have the capability now. When I grew up, we didn't have computers, internet, anything. You wanted a book, you went to a real bookstore and purchased it, and you only had a small selection. You live in the day and age of information, which can be good or bad, but good. You have access to all these resources I didn't have access to. Okay? Use them. They are so cool. So you want to know how I got this way? Personal development, baby, every day. Every single day. All right, now with this, I need to go work on my lovely business and stuff. And if people want to know, oh, you're asking about the supplement, the collagen that I use. If you follow me you're on TikTok. So TikTok, you need to follow me first. And then you can put collagen in the comments and I can help you out there. Facebook, Instagram, you guys just need to message me. I can definitely tell you about the body transformation in the group that I'm going through right now. And let me tell you, we're working together. They're on a 12-week track. I'm on an 8-week mentoring certification track, but I'll be with them the 12 weeks, educating. We have tips, we have recipes, we have meal plans, we have all kinds of great information, okay? So, day 2 of my body transformation, and I'm loving it. And again, we have a brand new, I'll throw this in for just kickers at the end here. So, if you haven't heard of Curb, it's about curbing those sugar cravings. It's about stimulating and activating your GLP-1. And while this does contain a lot of fiber, the fiber is the prebiotic, let's do science today, prebiotic to the bacteria that's called the Akkermansia. And it's that Akkermansia bacteria that stimulates your GLP-1 hormone, which has gotten so much media press lately because GLP-1 hormone is the one that helps you with all those sugar cravings and helps you to lose fat. So if you're somebody struggling with menopause, for example, like the people in my over 60 group, it's a public group that I joined, you might want to ask me about it. So you can put Curb in the comments if you want more information about it, but this was on limiting beliefs today. And let me tell you, if you choose to be healthy and you choose to eat healthy and you choose to do activity, you can do it. If I can, you can. So with that, may everybody have a blessed Wednesday. So. Co-host. Whoops.